Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. It has been a while. I almost forgot how to record. It's been so long. I think it's been about 2 months maybe. We're pushing it. And to be honest, my plants haven't really gotten much love, much care. They have gotten watered. Some of them have needed a repot for quite a while, or, pest treatment or whatever, and I'm just kind of knocking them back as far as pests go and hoping for the best. And it's actually been okay. I've just had a lot of life happen. I had a family member that was pretty unwell for a while. She's fine now, but she was in the hospital for a bit, and then she was in like a rehab facility. So we were, going back and forth and trying to help her out. And then when she got home, it was still one of those things you kind of wanted to visit with her when I could. So, all that happened. And then I had, I found a cat actually at her house. I was up at her house and the little cat was laying on her porch chilling. And the cat just didn't look good. And they're older folks. They're elderly. And so they really couldn't do anything with this little kitty. I mean, I guess they could have, but when you're on a fixed income, it's hard. I'm on a fixed income and it's hard. So I went and got the little cat and took it to the vet. And now I'm in love with this stinky little cat that has one eye now. It had a horrible infection. Her name is Lenore, as in quote the raven nevermore. So anyway, Maranta Silver Band. Sorry, I'm just shuffling while I'm talking. Maranta Silver Band, at least I think that's what this is called. That sounds right. And it's just a little scraggly and it needs a repot. I actually don't think this one has had spider mites. I should maybe hush. This is one, I bought it a couple months ago, I guess, and it didn't have any roots. I stuck it in pond. It's got plenty of roots in there now. I'm probably going to repot this also, but it's got a few dead leaves underneath, so I'm just kind of snipping them out of there, just taking off some of the yuck. Are you too far away? Shall I zoom you in a bit? Is that better? That's a little bit better, perhaps. You're a little bit closer. Still can't see what I'm doing because I'm kind of looking at what I'm doing so that I can see what's going on. But anyway, I'm in love with this little stinky cat. It costs more money than I have, honestly, to get her in fairly good health. I just came from the vet again with her today. I think this is 3 trips to the vet. The cat just knocked the door open. Not Lenore, Knox. And now he's stuck in here with me forever. But anyway, yeah, it took, a few trips to the vet to get this little cat in any kind of health. And then I took her again today and she still has an infection, like a respiratory thing. So she's a little bitty thing. Somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks old when I picked her up. At the most, I'd say today, at the most, she's 6 weeks old. Maybe a little bit better, but not much more. There was no mama cat or anything like that. Honestly, she looked like somebody threw her out of a moving vehicle. And she just went up there to my in-laws because they have cat food. I guess she figured that much out. Follow the other cats and you'll find food. Some dead flower spikes here too. But anyway, I don't know. All my credit cards are maxed out. I just couldn't stand it though. I couldn't leave this, like my husband's not happy, but I couldn't leave this little kitten sitting there looking like that. So, it is what it is. I'm okay. I'm okay. But otherwise, life has just been lifing. I've just been busy, I guess. Distracted and busy. And it's showing on some of my plants, like I said. I don't think I've killed many, actually. But they haven't been fed and repotted and pest treated like they should be. Like I should have kept up with. So, now my bird's downstairs screaming. She's been so quiet all day. Not a peep. As soon as she hears me talking up here, lots of peeping. I don't know if my noise canceling is getting it all. But anyway, so it's cleaner. It's tidier. It's got a few crispy bits. When I first got this plant, I did bother to filter the water. I don't anymore. Okay. I watered it yesterday. That's empty. And there's roots hanging out the bottom and some hair. I don't see anything suspicious in the roots though, so I guess that's good. It might be a little gunky. I don't know, am I holding that so you can see it at all? Maybe you can see it a little bit. I don't know. I guess we're gonna repot that. Into what shall we repot it? Something a little bit bigger would be a plan. One of these things, maybe? Like I said, I've got it in, did I say leca? It's not in leca, it's in pawn. Got it in pawn currently, so I think I'm gonna put it right back in pawn because it seems happy. This is no bigger, is it? I don't think it is. I think it's shallower. And maybe slightly bigger around. Yeah. That's not, there's no point in that. So, set that aside for a different plant. Somewhere I have more pots that are like wick and grow or semi-hydro somewhere. I don't know. I know I've got one over here with the Michelitiana Frydek in it. Let me see. You know, actually I found this one. It's a hanging planter. I can't remember what was in it. Somebody gave it to me, and the plant that was in it, my soon-to-be daughter-in-law, my daughter's fiance, she gave it to me. The dust bunnies were mine. But anyway, she gave it to me. I just repotted the plant is all. I didn't kill it. But I think I'm going to use this one. It's it's got a chain that hangs on it. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me move this stuff out of my way so I don't make any more of a mess than I know I'm already going to make. Refill my drink while I'm thinking of it, because I'm thirsty. Also, I'm so happy we're in the burrs. You know, September, October, November, December. I am so excited about it. I don't know, it's my jam anymore. I used to be a summer lover. Anymore, I'm like, please go away. I mean, I like the summer for my plants. I don't like it for me, because I'm always hot. Hot flashes are a thing. Anyway, I think it's going to be okay in this. Like, it has plenty of roots, right? And it's semi-hydro. Let me get my leca, or pawn. Well, it's pawn and leca. I kind of threw it all together. I wasn't paying attention when I was dumping half-dead plants, or the last time I was repotting. So when I boiled it, it just kind of all got done together. I guess I'll have to pick the leca out where I don't want it. All right. I'm already cluttering myself up. Time to move more stuff, I guess. I have no idea where the scoop is. Yeah. Wow, this is still wet, and it's still got some roots in it. They got boiled. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'll pick out any I see, like obvious ones. I don't know if you can tell. They're just little dried things at this point. Okay, I found some scoopage. I might actually put a couple of these leca balls over the larger holes where the wick goes through. Is that wick through properly? Yes, okay. Ugh, complete with dust bunnies. I knocked my leca off. There we go. I'm just putting a little bit in to cover the bottom. I'm not sure. Root mealies are still a thing. I've found plants now that I started with no roots in brand new leca or pawn or whichever the case may have been that have root mealies. So that's an ongoing fight. I don't even think it was, I think it wasn't even a Hoya. Is it this guy? This is Hilo Beauty, Alocasia Hilo Beauty. And I think it might actually have some root mealies in there. I don't know, I'll bring it closer when it comes time to mess with it. And you can tell me what you see. I guess we'll dump it and confirm or deny after that. I am afraid of the existing substrate in here, so I'm going to dump it out in a separate thing and look through it rather than just dump it right into the container I'm going to pot it in. just to see. I can't believe how dry that is. It was yesterday that I watered this. It is really in here. Wow. Kind of smushing the pot all around, trying to loosen those roots off the side or bottom, whichever the case may be. Where's that cat? I'm just looking. I don't see anything. It just looks like pond to me and lots of roots. Can you see them? I don't see anything suspicious. For which I am grateful. Okay. We did lose some roots there off the bottom. Alright. I'm just going to plunk it right down in there. Actually, I might need to go a little bit lower. Alright. Cool. Hopefully my camera won't overheat. It's actually been behaving. I'm looking at the display, that's why I keep looking back and forth. It's actually been pretty well behaved here lately. Probably because I've got air conditioner up here now. I've actually got the window open tonight though. The AC is just set on fan to help circulate more air. It's probably about 60 degrees outside tonight. So that's nice. I'll take it. I have the wicks in here to multiple pots because I just boiled them as well. Boiled them well? I guess I did boil them well, but as well as everything else that was in the pot. Try to pull some out. They're gritty. A little gritty. But they're clean. Well. Clean-ish. Gosh, they're everywhere. That one looks like it's on its last leg. Yeah, this plant has done surprisingly well for having no roots when I got it. It really took off in the pond. Oh my gosh, the cat just saw Weka bouncing across the floor. He's so happy about it too. So happy. It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. He doesn't really chew on stuff like that, but he does love to smack it around underneath my seat. Oh. I'm gonna pull some of this leca off the top. There's a ton of it. I really just dumped everything in there. I think I must have been in a hurry. That's all I can figure because I didn't bother to go get another container to separate the two. It's not like I just dumped them into the pot together. Like the container that I brought downstairs to dump into the pot, they were already all mixed together. Normally I would take the time to go get a separate container for one for leca, one for pond, but that's not what I did. All right, I think it'll catch up and fill in nicely. I am going to go water it right away though because it was already dry. So I'm going to go throw it in the shower and water it through, and I'll be right back. Right, I guess the cat gave up on the leca while I was gone because he's disappeared now. Okay, what else is going in this? Oh, the variegated fried egg. It was doing pretty good. It is currently not. It's I watered it yesterday or the day before, and it doesn't look like there's really anything in. I mean, I left some fluid in there, some liquid, but it's gone now. That it just looks kind of sludgy at the bottom. It looks like it's leck on the bottom, pond on the top. I actually don't see any root mealies in there. I see some springtails down at the bottom. They're not bothering anything. But that's it. That's all I see. All right, but either way, we're gonna try to put it in a pot. I guess maybe we'll use this one. I don't know. We'll see what those roots look like when we get them out. Wait, this goes in the wash pile. Whoosh it. Okay, so much hair. I need a haircut. Switch. I need a much bigger table. This is actually my craft table, like for crafting, that I've just kind of stuck up here for the moment. Ooh, I see a couple corms. I like the corms. Oh, it's stuck. I don't know why I just sniffed that. It actually just smells very earthy and green. I think because I was kind of worried about rot is why I sniffed it. We've got a couple of roots that are just yucky, but not bad. Not bad considering they've been sitting down there at the bottom of that this whole time. I'm just pulling anything that comes off. Yeah, that one there was toast. You know what, I might actually go give them a rinse, but I do see 3 corms. Can you see them? One's got a little teeny leaf sticking up. Cool. Well, 4 corms. What will be another corm, I guess. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go give this a rinse. Let me pull some of these old sheaves off. I'll put them in there. It's had this one little baby that has the leaf for quite a while now. Maybe since I got it or shortly after. Did I break that? No. But it has been struggling. And I don't know if it's the water situation or what. Or the fact that I haven't fed it in probably 3 months since I got it. I think I fed it the first time, maybe. Oops. I've just been, like I said, I've just been keeping them alive, maintaining. I had so many problems with them this year. It's got like pond dust caked on it. I keep thinking the root's bad, but it's just covered in scum. Alright, I'm gonna rinse. Okay, I'm happy with that. It looks pretty good. I'm not gonna say I got 100% of the pond dust off, but overall, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Is it gonna fit? It'll fit in one of these, no problem, right? Sure. I might have to repot it in no time, but it's fine. Alright, you hang out there. You over here. Oh my gosh, don't drop it. That would be not cool, Jen. Alright, move this guy. Gross. I'm just gonna take whatever wick I can find. My hands don't want to work. They're stiff. I have difficulty in articulating small things. Also, sentences. I'm just going to leave those little bits and bobs attached There's 3 that could definitely come off. The one with the leaf could come off, but I'm just gonna leave them. Maybe someday we'll get a nice full pot. Look at this. There's hair everywhere. I'm telling you, I need a haircut. There is. There's hair everywhere. I'm hoping that this will help this poor thing do a little bit better. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not that it's been doing bad. It's just like, grow a leaf, kill a leaf, grow a leaf, kill a leaf. That's so much leca. Okay. Try scooping over here. Maybe there's less leca on that side. Trying to get some around that little teeny baby without completely inundating it. More like a, it's too much, it's too much. But anyway, what have y'all been doing? How's your summer's been? Like I said, mine's been okay. It's just been kind of hectic. It's summer. That, and my husband works on the water. So, I mean, he works year round on the water. Whether it's oysters or hard crabs, Chesapeake Bay crabs, blue crabs, whatever you call them. He does that in the spring and summer and into the fall. But also, what is that? It looks like a piece of plastic. Then in the cooler months, he'll oyster. So, and I do help him some, as much as I can. But it's heavy work. It is heavy work. It is hard work. You're definitely out in the elements. Well, you're on the water, so you're in the wind, you're in the rain, you're in the sun, you're in the snow, whatever. And it's exhausting. Alright, so that's that guy. I think I'm going to leave it just like it is. It's got a little bit of leca on there. This one leaf, it was very pretty, but it's going. That's actually the newest leaf too. A lot of white on there. This one here, it doesn't look much better, but it is less white. It's just, they both look like they're on their way out. So this one here has definitely got some browning. I don't know. I might go ahead and give them a spray for spider mites too, even though I don't actually see anything. Do I see anything? No, I don't see anything. Just because I don't see it doesn't mean it's not there, but I'll spray it anyway. I think it'll be okay for a few minutes. This is the, I keep wanting to say mojito. Hilo Beauty. Alocasia, colocasia, Hilo Beauty. And it's just, once again, I watered it yesterday and it's got maybe a 1/4 inch of water left hanging out down there. And it's looking a little gross, you know. I want to get some of those roots back in the pot, clean it up a little bit, because it dries like nobody's business. So I'm just going to clean it up and give it a bigger pot. And also, where's the other one? Here. These are a couple little offshoots from the same plant, and I think I'm going to put them all back together. At the time, I didn't have a larger pot free when I converted them from soil to pollen, but now I do. So I think I'm going to put them in this pot that I just had. Yes, I believe that's the way to go. And I'm not overly worried about the roots of these guys. There's not been anything going on with it as far as like mealies or anything. I don't think there's any root mealies. I don't even know if they've had spider mites since I repotted them. I'm not sure. I've not traded them for spider mites if they have had it. I don't know. But yeah, this one here, I went to put it, I thought I was just putting it in a cup with leca. And then I realized that it has holes in the bottom of the cup. So I put it in another cup to hold some moisture in. I was doing great. But that one there, I'm worried about. This one here, I'm not. That one there, I think I see something in there. Like I said, I will show you. These bottoms are hard to get off, especially if they're full and for some reason you have to take them off. You're gonna get wet. Just stand in the bathtub while you do it. If you ever buy these particular pots. It's not too bad when they're not full, but this one's pretty full. I was getting ready to dump that in there. I better don't. I better don't. Wow, those roots actually feel okay. Like, if you pull on them, they snap, but otherwise there's, like, tension there. Ugh. I don't want them stuck to me, though. Considering that they're set in water all the time, I mean. Hopefully I don't regret this. Oh my goodness, look at those roots. Wow. No, they look good. I don't see anything suspicious on these guys. Okay. Magnificent. Put this in the wash pile. Get rid of that, I guess. See if I can retrieve my wick out of there. Yeah, we got her. Goes in with the old leca. Blech. Well, I was hoping to put a little bit more underneath there. Like, seat it low enough in the pot. I guess that's okay. It looks like this is mixed in pond and leca anyway, so I'm just pulling off old petioles now. The ones that'll come off anyway. Well, that might be all the ones that come off. Alright, I'm afraid to pot that with this now because this one's doing really well. I might hold on it. It's looking rough and it's angry, but I really don't want to cause a problem with a plant that doesn't have a problem. Don't spread your problems around type thing. Did I put a wick in this pot? Sure didn't. Dang. Dang. Hold on, I've got another one somewhere. Daggone, I thought I had another one that was that size that already had the pin in it that holds the wick, but I don't know what I've done with it. Maybe I didn't bring it up here. I know I washed like 800 of them. That's a pain in the butt. I'll just dump it all in the bottom of here. Ooh, 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 and make a huge mess. This is casual and relaxing, is it not? I don't know if this was the right wick. It doesn't matter, does it? A wick is a wick is a wick. If I can get it in there. Is it gonna hang low enough? Yeah. It's got this thing that sticks up. Hang on, I'll show you. I mean, if you've bought this particular thing before, you already know what I'm wrestling with in here. But in case you have not, I'll show you what I'm trying to do. If I ever accomplish it, I'll show you. There we go. It has that white piece, plastic piece down in there that kind of holds the wick up into the potting medium. All right. Ooh, gosh. I can't not make a mess. Cannot not make a mess. It's okay. Hi. What you got?
Not much else.
Yeah, I'm recording, but it's okay. What you got? For me? Hold on, I'm gonna pause this because my husband brought me ice cream. Right, sorry, I couldn't pass up ice cream. I was actually thinking too while I was down there, maybe I won't even pot that. Maybe I won't put myself through the frustration of trying to get rid of root mealybugs on a plant that I have multiples of at this point. You know, like, I'm just asking for trouble by keeping it around, I think. But I will still show you. I will still show you what I'm talking about. See if I can get some of this leca off the top. But yeah, I just don't see the point in frustrating myself any more than I have to. Like if it was some precious hard to come by plant and I only had this one or that one, and maybe if it was sentimental, like it was a gift or something, but it's none of those things. It is none of those things. So I'm just not gonna stress over it. Sounds terrible. I kind of feel bad for it, but at the same time, I don't have time for that anymore. Not when I have, like, if I have 38 of the same plant, why, you know, what am I worrying for? This plant clearly proliferates just fine all on its own. I think I only put one in that pot. There's 4 here right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here right now. So there was only 1 in that pot. There's 3 in there now. And I think I planted some of them outside. That, you know, I don't know how many it is now. I think I planted 1 in each thing that I planted. And, you know, it has ended up being more than 1. So I'm just not going to stress about it. Not for something that's... This one's fine. You know what I mean? All right. This one needs water. Should I go water these? These are alocasia. They might throw a fit if I let them dry too much. Let me go water them. And then I'll be back to do the next one. Shoot. Stepping on leca. Slamming the door in the cat's face. Whoops. Okay. Okay, and then this one here, let me show you what I was talking about. Right there. And then over here by the roots. Sorry, we're not focusing great. But yeah, there's just some suspicious stuff kind of down in there that makes me think maybe that's root mealy's. I don't know. I don't see any on the actual plant, but this new leaf. Dang it. There we go. Maybe you can see it's kind of got some browning on it. Maybe you can see through here. And some yellowing. So I don't know, but I'm not going to fight with it. I can feel someone somewhere being very irritated with me for not not wanting to fight with it. Oh, there's a little Spidey. I'm sorry. I don't want to pet you. Can you just live on this gift card and out of the plant for now? It's going to be a bad day for you if you don't vacate the premises. Okay. Alocasia Frydek. The non-variegated version, which this thing has grown. I mean, that's a nice leaf. I put it in here, and it was 2 inches tall, maybe 3 inches tall. The maximum leaf size was about 2 inches. So it's grown really well, really well. The only problem is it dries really quick. So I'm gonna upsize it, I believe, into this size pot. I think that'll do. It's giving me nice big leaves now, but I think I think there's more potential. So, oh, I forgot. This pot, I've got these transfers of Halloween. They just came from like the $1.25 tree. And I really don't want spiders on it. But let's see, it's got little ghosties, a moon. I think I might do, it's got a couple like crows or ravens or something. I think I'm going to do the moon, maybe the skull there. Skulls don't have to be Halloween, right? So I'm going to do the moon that's here, one of these little birds, and this skull. They're just rub-on transfers, super easy, super quick. I know you didn't sign up for craft hour with Jen, but I'm going to put them on this pot. I'm not sure how transparent they are, and they're kind of like a cool gray tone to begin with. I don't know if it's like gonna show through on the lighter colored ones like the skull and the moon. But yeah. Where's my rubbing tool? Oh gosh, all of my stuff is everywhere. Such a mess in here. Oh, it's under the table. It's actually the Cricut thing for Cricut vinyl, a squeegee thing, this thing, smoother burnishing tool. I don't know what you call it. Help me. Help me help myself. Okay. Basically, it just kind of peels off the backing if you've never used them before. Peels off the backing, then you just press it on where you want it. And it kind of sticks a little bit. We'll put that one right above the watering spout. Right there. And then you just rub it on. Rub, rub, rub. I love rub-on transfers. It's just an easy way to give something a little bit more character. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. There's that one. I don't know if we're focusing. My camera hasn't been the most cooperative as far as focusing lately. Now I'm going to do the little birdie. Shoot, I'm warm. Oh, I almost cut the skull's chin off. The skelly man. I'm going to attempt to go over a third from there, which may or may not be right here. Just stick him on there. There's my little birdie. And then I guess I'm gonna, oh, that is not a third. I'm gonna go on the opposite side, kind of in the middle of those two, with my little skelly man. I was gonna attempt to do thirds, but I did more like a quarter. A quarter turn. I wish he didn't look so angry. Like, he could just look like a normal anatomical, oops, sorry, skeleton, and that would be fine, or skull. He looks angry. He looks like he's had a terrible day. He found mealy bugs for sure. Okay. So now I'm done playing with that pot. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that one. I think it just dries too fast, but I'm still going to dump that leca into the other thing. My spare leca bin. I keep saying leca, it's pond. It's pond. I'm going to put it in the to be washed bin. just in case. Oh, I still got this sitting here, looking slimy. Right. Okay. Just sit over here somewhere. Over there? Over there. There's pond everywhere. I might actually go get the, I have a bag of new pond that I've never used. I might actually get that so that I don't have to pick out so much leca for this particular plant. I don't see any leca in the pond that I have in there, so. All right. Got some roots hanging out the bottom. I think this was one when I first put it in here, but there were two. I planted one in soil, which died promptly. Have no idea where it's at. Sure it's dead. It might be out in the greenhouse, but I'm still sure it's dead. And then this other one sprouted up on its own accord at some point. Oh. And there's a corm that I broke off. Whoops. We'll tuck it into the bigger pot with it. It is really in here. Oh, there it goes. The roots aren't actually as... It's not as root bound as I would have thought. I'll put it that way. Oh. Wow, that's a lot of wick. Okay. All right. Wash pile. It looks pretty good though. I see another little corm up here near the top. I don't know. Can you see it sitting there looking all bulby? I'm not going to mess with it. Sometimes we've got to leave well enough alone, right? I'm going to go right in here because the roots look fine. I don't see any nasty critters. That doesn't mean there isn't any. I just don't see any. Okay. Switch. Oh god, why is it so heavy? Ugh. It's probably exceeding the weight limit of my table. Oh, it's so dusty when it's new. I don't usually rinse it. I probably should, but I don't. I'm trying to rest it on my feet. There we go. What did I do with my Scoopy Scoop? I left it over here. Of course I did. But yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't think I want to snap that together just yet because it's going to be really dusty because of the new pond. I'll have to take it outside and flush it through. There. Can you sit here for just a minute and not injure yourself? Stay. This has a really small drainage hole, so you don't really have to worry about the pond slipping through. You see them? They're small. Some of them have huge holes, and I'm like, how are you supposed to use anything but leca in that? Okay. And of course I put too much in. Let me just scoop it off to the side a little bit. I think it's fine. Okay. And when I get it built up some, I'll stick this little corm in there. This little corm. Can you see the little corm? It's a lovely little corm. It's a corm with corms on it. Phew, I'm hot. Camera okay? Oh, the battery's dead though. I'll be right back when it dies. I gotta swap it. I just changed it too. What the heck? My batteries aren't holding a charge very well anymore. They're getting old, I guess. Getting old. Stick this corm over on this side, I guess. With the pointy ends up. Okay. Oh, beautiful. All right, I'm gonna wash this through. Right, what I was trying to say was I'm gonna water that through, change the battery, and I'll be right back. I'm back. And I did water it through. So I think I'll do this one because I'm putting it off. This is Monstera Aria. I cut it a few months ago at this point, and it has so many roots in the bottom of this cup. I was gonna send it to somebody, and then she messaged me a while back and was like, hey, just so you know, I got one. So there's a lot of roots in this cup that I can see. I don't know if you can see them through there, but there's plenty. It's in moss. I just stuck it in moss, and I think I'm gonna put it in this pot. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. That looks like quite a nut pot, but I'm gonna put it in the Pond Leca mix probably. We're gonna see what's going on in here first, though. You'll be able to see the roots better once I finally wrangle it out of this cup. I might have to cut the cup off. Oh, nope, it came. There we go. You can see them a little bit better now. No shortage of roots. Wow. Wow. Alright, I'm just gonna pick, I guess. But I think, I'm trying to think how many of these I've got left. I have the two larger ones still. I think they might both be reverted, which is weird. They were top cuttings. And I think they reverted. And then I have, I think 3 small, this size, that are variegated, and then 2 that are reverted. So there's a lot of these around. A lot of these around. And also a fair amount of reverted Monstera albo. I did plant some outside. The one that was out there that I planted out there last year, I think I showed it earlier this year, but it was just starting to come back. It maybe had 1 or 2 leaves that had come up. 4 leaves, that's how much it managed this year. 1 is new, so I don't know if I'll get another one before we get the first frost and it dies again for the year. But yeah. And then I said the Syngonium didn't come up. It did. It did. It was just all white, and I figured it was Vinca or something. It just was blending in. It's a Syngonium albo that I had stuck out there. It did come back this year, much to my surprise. It hasn't done much, though, to be fair. Wow, I'm probably going to destroy a lot more roots than I'm going to untangle, because that's intense. That's intense. I'm wondering how much I should mess with this, and should I just plant it in soil? Because that's really tangled down there. It's really tangled everywhere. I'm trying to loosen them without trashing them all completely. Ooh. It would probably not hurt anything to take it just as it is and stick it in there. I definitely do in soil. I'll just take the whole thing and stick it in there. I might knock off the loose stuff, but where I'm putting this in something that's going to retain a little bit more moisture, I'm kind of worried about doing that. It is just so much root here, though. I'm not sure it would hurt anything. I'm never going to get that undone without just shredding these roots. And that's why you don't let it go that far, folks. Alright, we're going to pot it just like it is. I'll let you know what happens. But man, that's pretty. It's a really nice one. Isn't it? Am I wrong? Humble opinion, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. That was a big yellow section, and it kind of crisped up when I cut it. But I think that might be the oldest leaf there. And I believe it grew these two since being cut. I don't know. Either way, this is the newest one. Pretty. All right, we're gonna do it. I need a wick first. This is, once again, I'm just reusing a pot that I bought something on the half dead rack at Lowe's in this pot, just because I thought it was a nifty self-watering pot. I can't remember what was in there, or if I killed it. I can't remember. I hauled it on camera though. I'm not sure what it was. This also has one of those pins, those plastic pins that I was talking about in the other pot that you got to kind of fish the cord through. I don't like this cord. You know, maybe we'll just use one of these and we'll just fish it through the holes instead of fooling with this pin. If I can get it out. These, now that you can actually see it. But yeah, it just kind of holds the cord in place, which I don't think I need that. One thing about this particular self-watering pot that I'm noticing, this part of it, it's got to go around those 4 supports, posts that are in there in order to actually get into the reservoir. So, I don't know. Oops. Now that I've taken it apart, I don't think it'll be that hard to fish around there. Will it? No. Okay. Gravy, baby. Move these wicks. Yeah, some of my pawn is definitely falling through. A lot of the pawn. Maybe we'll fill it over top this till we get a nice layer of Lego on the bottom to plug those holes. Okay. I'm just pulling the wick back up. Just a smidge. Alright. Come hither. There we go. Alright. I got her now. Victory, I think. Oops. It's okay, I just swept. I'll sweep again. Okay, so hopefully I don't regret stuffing the whole thing in there. I don't think I will. I don't know. Time will tell. I'll let you know. Ta-da! But I think it'll be happier. It kept drying out in that little cup really fast. Once again, everything in this room was just watered yesterday / last night, and most of it, the reservoirs on pretty much everything are empty or very near. Very near. Everything needs repotted. Even the things that didn't go outside for the summer are dry somehow. I was getting ready to dump that right in here. So as much as I complain about all the random and terrible things that happened in my plant collection this spring slash summer, the things that made it grew. Like, they really grew. I have out in the greenhouse, it's a big, huge, why am I throwing those away? I'm going to pick out these 4 pieces of leca to put in the wash pile. I want to say a rickrack cactus or shark tooth cactus, something like that. It's, you know, some sort of jungly cactus. Is it epiphyllum? I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, I showed it on camera this spring. And I mean, it was pretty good size this spring, don't get me wrong. But it's in the same pot it was in. And I'm going to say it's 6 feet wide in a hanging basket. I mean, it's just like, it's bigger than my arm span. Where am I going to put that? Where am I going to put it? Because I don't know. I really don't know. It's huge. That and my philodendron giganteum, it is also probably 6 foot across from one side of it to the other. You know, that's 2 things that are going to take up a 6 foot circumference somewhere in this house. We are working on there's another room in my house that's not been finished yet. I'm working on that. My husband is working on that as we have time. And I'll be able to put quite a bit in there. This room, honestly, I guess I could fit more plants, really. Maybe a shelf over here, and then this thing behind me. My daughter and her girlfriend, they just bought a house. Her fiance, I'm sorry. They just bought a house, so I helped them move. But she's going to take this island here. It's a kitchen island upstairs. She's going to take that, so I'll be able to put another shelf there, one of my shelving units that's outside in the greenhouse. So that'll be good. But they're definitely so much bigger. They're not going to fit in here. Like my Atabapoense, my philodendron Atabapoense. Look at all the dust bunnies on everything. Why is everything so dusty? Is like, it had decent enough size leaves, and I do have it on a moss pole. I think it's probably going to need an extension soon. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, I was looking at the leaves and they're like this wide and about that long, maybe a little longer. It only just started spitting them out that big. All summer it didn't, just the last few weeks, the last month and a half. It has spit out some ginormous leaves. So that's fun. It's just going to take up more room, that's all. This is a Codonanthe luteola. Gesneriad. I guess it's like a goldfish plant or something like that. And it's just been drying really, really fast. It's got a lot of dead little crispy leaves on it. And then after that, it's got some that are fine because it's missed some waterings. It's been in a pot too small. Some roots are sticking out of the top of the pot. I'm just picking leaves now. Roots are sticking out of the bottom of the pot. Ugh, the poor thing. How it has survived me, I could never begin to guess. It's tough, that's all I can say. It's got to be tough. And it also had mealybugs. Like, shortly after I got it, I noticed mealybugs on it. I haven't seen any lately. I haven't treated it lately. I should probably just do it as, you know, a prophylactic measure. But, yeah. So, but it's survived all that somehow. Oh, it's got a little spider, an actual spider, not spider mites. It's not really that it's root bound or anything. Oh, it's actually still a little bit damp. But it's just been, I dropped those leaves right in the pot. It's just been drying really, really fast. That and it's in such a little pot. As the soil dries, the plant will fall over, you know, because it becomes top heavy. Oh, it did have a bud on it. I didn't know that. It's the tiniest thing. I'll bring it closer. I never noticed it. I may have just now snatched it off, thinking it was a dead leaf. Because it actually looks like it might have stayed if I hadn't snatched it off. It is not actually flowered, which I wouldn't either if I had mealybugs and constant underwatering. I was just looking to see if there's anything else on here that looks like a bud. Not that I can tell. Not that I can tell. Okay, anyway, so soil. I'm just gonna go get my soil mix. It's over here buried in the corner behind about 20 plants. I'm gonna grab it. I'll be right back. Wow. Okay. Whew. Right. So when I say my plant collection has been through something, it really has. But like I said, the ones that have done well have done really well, for which I am thankful. And like, at the start of summer, I think I had, I'm gonna say easily 500 plants. I might have half that. I might have half that. Because I had real pest troubles, like real pest troubles. And also like something fungal or bacterial. And I don't know, it probably would be pretty easy to be very negative about it. But, you know, it happens. It does, it happens. And all I can do is treat it, which I did. Some plants did, like, after treatment, are fine. Some are not. Some are not. Some are just gone. And the same thing with pests. Kind of like that little colocasia, alocasia, the Hilo Beauty. I got to the point with some of them where I was just done fighting. I was done fighting. It didn't seem to matter what I did for whether it was the pest or the fungal issues or whatever. It just wouldn't go away or it would spread. And I don't know, I can replace any of these plants. Any of them. Especially considering that when I bought them, they were probably a plant that was $300 a few years ago is $50 now. You know? Not all of them, but, you know, some of them are very easily replaced. If they're even $50 now. I might have to drive a little ways to get them, but it's fine. It's fine. It's better than the stress. You know? It's better than the stress. So, this is supposed to be a hobby. I'm supposed to enjoy this. And I'm not if I'm constantly fighting pests or fungal issues or whatever, and I'm not. I'm only going to go so far to fight pests and fungal issues anymore. Or bacterial issues even. Especially because they can spread. So, all of it. Whether it's fungal or pesty or whatever, it all can spread. So this is some nice chunky soil. Hopefully it'll appreciate the upgrade. A little bit more space. But now I've got to find somewhere to hang it. I apparently have a lot of hanging plants. A lot of them. My gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. Don't know what I'm going to do with them all. Yes, I did just throw that right in the floor. I didn't think that through. Doesn't matter. Like I said, I got to sweep anyway. Okay, so I think the last plant I'm going to mess with tonight is this Hoya. Is it Obovata? That sounds right. I have one, a larger one outside on a trellis that flowered. I have one in a hanging basket. This came from the one in the hanging basket that has never flowered. I actually cut this for somebody this spring. I don't know, it was like 3 leaves. And so it grew a whole vine since then. And it's been in here a while, a couple months. But she's had health problems, so she never came to get it. Whether or not she still wants it, I couldn't tell you. But either way, I'm going to put it in some soil. I'm going to put it in some soil. She can still have it if she wants it. I think I'm just going to put it in this little pot. Once again, it's a reused pot. It had one of the Wick and Grow pin things in it. But I'm just going to put it in soil. I'm not going to bother with the Wick and Grow thing. If I can get it out. Why is it so difficult? Is it just me? It's got like little teeth so it doesn't accidentally fall out, I guess. Alright. pin. Here, I'll put my pins in here. I don't know if I'll ever need them, but maybe. Yeah, I'm just going to put it in soil, I'm pretty sure. It's in moss. I'm looking to see if there's anything ooky and suspicious in there, and not that I see. I can see roots. Can you see roots? I don't know. But they're there. There's roots there. I don't see any mealy bugs or pesty damage. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, the one outside flowered. That's on the trellis. I don't know if it grew any, but it flowered. Actually, I know it grew because it's off the trellis. Some of the plants out there are just out of control, how much they've grown. Are you okay, Wink? My dog just made the most pathetic noise over there. He's on the futon. I don't know, but anyway, my Hoya pubic calyx flowered. It's never flowered before until this year. It was like a very dark purpley flower. I'll put it on screen while I'm sitting here talking if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it. I'm not sure if it was just opening or like just finishing being open, but it didn't look pert and perky. But anyway, yeah, that's the first time it's ever flowered. So I was happy that it flowered. And that was the only bloom on it, was that one. Hoya Sunrise has flowered profusely. Hoya Finlaysonii flowered once. It's still got, I don't know, 4 or 5 peduncles on it. Carnosa, of course, flowered. Obovata flowered. That might be it that flowered out there. A lot of stuff actually flowers better in the fall for me. I don't know why. But, yeah. Like Numelarioides. That one flowers in the fall for me. Maybe even into the winter. Usually by the time I'm taking it in, it flowers. Breviolata. Oh, Bertoniae. Of course, that one flowered. I don't know. I like it when my Hoyas flower. I'm like destroying some of these roots. Again. Like I can just feel them all through here. And I'm trying to be polite to them, but they don't want to let go. I've really got to stop leaving stuff in moss so long. I think I say that every time I go to repot something that I've left in moss entirely too long. Or to actually pot it, not repot, just pot it. I don't know, but it was living pretty happily in moss, somehow. And it just dries like nobody's business. It's actually fairly moist still. Like I said, I did water it pretty thoroughly yesterday. I really don't want to leave a whole lot of moss on a Hoya that I'm going to put in soil. I feel like it'll just be a mud ball in there. I don't know. Is it going to hurt anything if it dies? No. I've got 2 more of the same exact one, and I've got the intervariegated one somewhere. I think we're past the root mealies on that. I did take it out of pond, and I put it in soil and systemics, and it seems to be okay. Seems to be growing. So that's good. I think I've only got 1 plant that came from that batch where the root mealies originated. I think I've got 1 plant left, and it's like Surgoensis or something like that. Hoya. You know what, maybe we'll go ahead and repot that too, while I'm thinking about it. I've been putting it off for pushing a year. Pushing a year. I think I did repot it once, but it's not really growing, so I don't think I treated it or did anything to it. I don't know. I'm either going to repot it or propagate the whole thing. All right, I've ripped off enough roots, I think. So I just hear ripping. I don't see a whole lot of roots in there somehow, though. I'm not saving this moss because it's just been sitting entirely too long. And with the problems I've had here lately, I'm just not. I'm not boiling my moss. It's too messy. Okay. Where's my drink? There's my drink. I've been plunged into the darkness because the Googler is trying to put me to bed. And we're back online. Okay, anyway. Into the soil it shall go. I can't remember what I was saying now. Scatterbrain. But yeah, if this one dies because I've done this to it, then I will happily cut her another one. Or she can have the whole one in the hanging basket and do with it as she pleases. I just don't need multiples anymore. Like, for some plants, I kind of do it for insurance purposes, you know what I mean? You're like, well, if I murder this one, at least I've got another cutting. But, I don't know. Obovata, I can replace this one fairly easily, I think. And I don't really foresee anything going wrong with the other one. And let's be honest, I'm probably going to propagate anyway, because, I don't know, it's what I do. I do it every winter. I get twitchy and bored and I start propagating stuff. Or I propagate things to make them smaller so that they fit better in the space that I have available. Or at least in my mind, that's what's happening. And then you end up with 5 Monstera aureas, which will someday be huge. The plant they came from was pretty good size. So, I don't know. I think that'll do. That'll do, donkey. Cute. Alright. And I guess we're gonna look at that Hoya. I've been really putting it off for a while now. I realized in February that there might still be a problem with that Hoya, and I just kind of set it off to itself and went, well, you're not dying. You know, it's not growing, but it's not dying. Let me bring it over here. Let me move these guys. So embarrassing. Look at the cobwebs. The plant is covered in webs. I actually do see some new growth. And it's not that knobby, stunted growth. It's like actually green and like it's trying to make a move. I don't know, can you see? Right there? Maybe? Possibly? It's got a little bloop. It's the only place I see, though. So many cobwebs. Okay. I'm putting it off still. Let me get my used bin for pawn. Also, I'm not 100% sure on the identification of this Hoya. Like I said, I think somebody told me it's Saragoensis, something like that. Oh, look at all the spider webs, makes me itchy. All right, let's see. I actually don't see any mealies. Every other one that I've pulled up out of there had mealies. I do see quite a bit of root hanging out down there. Maybe it just needs a repot. Maybe I should treat it for flat mites. I don't know, but it's really not done much since, I want to say February. I'm going to pull it out of there and look at it anyway. I think so. I'm suspicious still, even though I don't immediately see anything. Is this grown through the trellis anywhere? Oh, I can see where one vine started to grow and then died back. I don't think it is actually growing through the trellis. I think I just had it leaning on there. That one vine tried to. Sorry, I'm looking at the the pointy ends of the trellis to see if they had anything on them that looks suspicious. But I don't see anything that looks like root mealies. See a fair amount of root. Most of it's pretty good. It is so tangled in that wick though. Hitting things. Bye. I really don't see anything. Maybe we're just needing a nut pot. If I can get it out without breaking every leaf off of it. Oh, we're gonna lose some roots, for sure. Oh, that was awful. Yeah, it just looks like a gross pond pot, but I don't see any. Like, I don't know how to explain it. If you've seen root mealies, you know they leave, like, evidence. I really see nothing, though. Okay. You know what? This might be this plant's wick now forever. It's like, it's really grown into it. Oh, please. Let it go, let it go. You don't need it. You're a big, strong plant. Oh. Oh, okay, we lost some more root. It's fine. Everything's fine. What was it living in? This. Could you maybe live in this? That's got such a little amount of reservoir though. That, and I can't see, like I can't tell how much is in this. You know what I mean? I really like to be able to just look, and the ones that have an indicator or a window, even the clear ones, even though they grow green slime. Where's the liner for these? Is that the same thing? No, that's slightly bigger, right? Yeah, it's a little bigger. Where's the inserts? That's for a clear one somewhere. Is that the same thing I just took it out of? Okay. I think they're the same size, even though the reservoir is a little bit bigger. Yeah, they're basically the same size. That's no bueno. Okay. Shucks. Searching. Okay, so it's either a great big pot. Okay, let me get in here. Or a little bitty pot. I guess I'm going with a great big pot. This one? You fit? You fit. If you fits, you sits. Does this have an indicator? Yes, it does. Alright. If I can get it back out. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that plant. Maybe I've just neglected it. Maybe it wasn't getting consistent enough water. Maybe it doesn't like me. Maybe we're not friends. I thought we were friends, but maybe we're not friends. I don't know. I don't know. That was weird. The door just closed. It frequently opens for no reason. It's usually the cat or a gust of wind, but it just closed. Mm-hmm. My house is haunted. Genuinely. The same thing. This has huge holes in the bottom, so I'm just kind of rattling a lot of the excess pollen through to kind of let the leca rest on top of the holes. Where did I put that wick? Okay. Golden. Dust bunnies. They're worse than dust bunnies. They're like dust coyotes. Okay, now the camera is overheating. So we're going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. It'll give me a chance to unclutter myself. Okay, so I'm not going to re-trellis this, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to take some cuttings too here. Oh my gosh, that is so heavy. Pawn weighs a ton. What did I do with the scoops? Yeah, I think I'm going to take some cuttings and I'm going to treat it for mites. Even though I'm not necessarily sure, it's just not really growing much. Like I said, it could absolutely be that it's only been watered whenever I realize that it really needs it. So, you know, it's probably my fault that this plant hasn't really grown much. But I'm going to try to get it back on track. I am. It never went outside this summer or this spring. It's been in here the whole time I've had it, which is coming up on a year. So, because I really thought it had root mealies again, to be honest with you. But I didn't see any, so. Like I said, it could just be neglect. Where am I cutting you? And I'll definitely wipe it down real good. I'm going to cut this whole top piece here off, if my little scissors will do it. Yes. There we go. That's a lot to root though, so I think I'm also going to cut it one more time. Cut it one more time. Or a lot for a plant with no roots to support. There we go. And I'll wash these with some nice hot water. Hot, like 120, I think is what my hot water heater is set at. So that's what I'm going to wash it in. I've had fairly good luck with that. Some plants really didn't like it, but they've been okay. But that's what these are getting. And then I'll be back and we'll put them in some pond to root. I'll take this with me and water it through. But yeah, I'll be right back after I soak these for a little bit in some hot water, and then we'll pot them. Okay, I've got them here. At least looking less cobwebby. And they actually look okay despite the hot water bath. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I did, and it was another Hoya that I can't remember the name of, but I'm pretty sure that one had flat mites or some sort of mite. Anyway, broad mites, whatever they're called. I don't know. Not the normal spider mites. But anyway, it had that, and so I doused them, and I basically filled up my sink with the hottest hot water I could, which, like I said, my water heater set at 120, I believe. and then just set a pot on them to push them down. I did the same with these. But those ones were showing some damage. However, that plant has grown wherever it is now. It's a Hoya. Mystery Hoya. Somebody said maybe fungi. I don't know. I still don't know what it is, but it's growing. But that one did have damage. It looks kind of like edema. Like you can see some burst cells, I guess, if that makes sense. So this is a new pond. I'm just putting them in this pot. I already put the wick in it. To root. And we'll see how they go. We'll see. And I will still spray them while I'm spraying the other plant. I didn't douse that one in hot water. I've just got it in the bathroom of shame. It's the bathroom of shame, not because the plants are to be shamed. It's more because I am ashamed of that bathroom. Because I've still yet to, like, remodel it. It's got a tub in there from 1950 or something. And not a good one, you know? I don't know. I'll get around to it eventually. I don't really use that bathroom, so. Nobody really uses that bathroom. Except for the plants. Anything that's, like, got cooties kind of hangs out in there until I can feel fairly confident about putting it near the rest of my plants. So, all right. That's cute. It's loose, but it's cute. I think I left enough stem there that they'll root okay. I don't foresee any problems. I guess I could always throw them in the cabinet if I was worried about them rooting, but it's still humid enough here and warm enough during the day anyway, that I think they'll be fine. I think so. And that might be where I leave it. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've got a ton more plant chores to do, but I'm pretty sure this is going to take me a while to edit. I've been up here since 8 o'clock and it's pushing 11. So I've recorded quite a bit between waiting for things to soak and waiting for the camera to cool down and charging batteries and all that. It's not so bad. But yeah, I guess that was it. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for catching up, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.